I don't know him. I don't see them, up close and personal. I can't speak in association with, whether he should be or whether he shouldn't be, what works, what doesn't work. As I know it to be right now, he's a great coach. Who Cam is, I guess he can adjust to, either temperament, in your face, knockdown, drag out type approach, or a kind of mild mannered, tempered guy who, contains his emotions pretty well, but handles his business behind closed doors. So, but a lot of what has happened with the Panthers of late is not totally, in my honest opinion, and I mean, I'm not a total expert. These other two guys are. It's not totally coach's responsibility. He can't catch the ball. He can't defend the ball. He can't make the throw. Those kind of things. So, I don't know. I just hope for the best for the Panthers. I really do, on every front.
Does it, when you look at, and I remember, I'll never forget, like 4 years ago, Cecil, I'm on the sidelines at the Swamp in Gainesville, and it's the Gators about to play my Miami Hurricanes, and I look across the sideline, I see this kid who's 6'6", I'm an imposing figure. You look at him like, wow, look at this guy. And, obviously he backed up Tim Tebow at Florida, and you looked at the success that he's had thus far in the NFL and the fact that Tebow is struggling to get in the game. Maybe he does tonight against the Houston Texans, but does it, one of the things that drives me crazy is this desirous nature for Tim Tebow to play football in the NFL at the quarterback position. I don't think he has a skill set to do so from that standpoint. And, you look at now, do you guys, and I don't know what your situation was like with Urban Meyer, do you kind of look back now and say, well, look at Cam right now, and he did everything that Tebow did in one season. What took Tim Tebow 4 years to do, Cam did in 1 year. He won the SEC, he won the Heisman, he won the BCS title, and he did something Tebow never did. He went undefeated.
Wow. You got all the stats nailed down. But I as it relates to Florida, it was a great experience. I mean, first class organization, university, all of that. It was actually Cam's first love. Talked about Florida as per Chris Leak since 8th, 9th grade. Just didn't think about anything but Florida. But the ducks were not aligned, or the stars were not aligned when he was there. It was Tim's stage at the particular time, and how could you take the ball away from him? At one particular point, we thought it was going to be kind of a dual assignment, but that didn't necessarily work out. But it was a great experience. He learned from a first-class organization how to train, how to prepare, the mental toughness that was going to be expected of you. And we took that experience elsewhere, and it paid off.
Let's talk a little bit about this this foundation that you and your son have created, the Cam Newton Foundation.
Yes, sir.
You really, really want to make a big emphasis in this community. For all the people out there that worry that Cam's going to leave and go someplace else,
right.
I think this might be example number one of how badly Cam would like to stay in Charlotte.
He would. I would that he stayed as long as Mr. Richardson and whomever is responsible for having us here. As it relates to the foundation, shouts out to Miss Kimberly Beal.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, she's very
very
thank
nice
you, Kimberly.
Appreciate you being here today.
Yeah, she's a great person, multi-talented, and she's going to be the go-between between myself and the rest of our foundation members, executive committee, and so forth. But we've got a lot of initiatives we want to undertake: Big Brothers, Big Sisters, YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, food banks, shelters, a lot of stuff. Not trying to come here to reinvent the wheel. We're just going to partner with people. A lot of great works go on with people who are already doing this, who never get the credit and never get mentioned. So we just want to stand shoulder to shoulder with them and hopefully put forth initiatives of education, mentoring, physical fitness, community service. That's what we're really about. I'd also like to say to Cam, it's incumbent upon him to perform well on the field and off the field. More so off the field, because in this day and time, 23-year-olds can find a lot of distractions. And that's my prayer, that he upholds his position as the face of this program with integrity and a lot of character.
If you want to email the Newtons or Miss Kim
Yes.
and become involved in this foundation, cnf@cam1newton.com.
Yes, please.
Number one.
Number one.
That's right. cnf@cam1. That's the number one. cam1newton.com.
Right, right. Part of our slogan is "Everyone Matters," and we're doing a lot of stuff now. And Cam is, kind of secretive in his approach, but he's mentoring some kids, some select kids from some local schools now, middle schools, that I won't necessarily name. And he does that in every town from the time he was at Florida as well. Goes to visit with them once a week when the schedule will allow. And I believe up to this point has had a dramatic impact on them.
When you look at the Carolina Panthers, Cecil, and obviously the future is bright with your son, you need a franchise quarterback. You know it, and I know it. The last team to win a Super Bowl without a franchise quarterback was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2002, and they had Brad Johnson, and they had one of the greatest defenses of all time.
Brad was a franchise quarterback.
Maybe in his own mind.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
maybe it's then Trent Dilfer before him with one of the greatest defenses of all time, the Baltimore Ravens. Cam, obviously, you look at the division, Matt Ryan and the Falcons. The Buccaneers have their ups and downs. They got a brand new head coach. And then, of course, you look at the New Orleans Saints for Drew Brees. It's a tough division. It's a tough conference.
Real tough.
How far away are the Carolina Panthers from being perhaps just a playoff team? Let's not talk about the SB, the Super Bowl, just a playoff team.
From what I see,
Yeah.
I was hoping sooner rather than later, as in this year.
Do you still believe that after a 1-4 start?
Cam, I can't say, but Cam all summer
Yeah.
have been saying, "Pop, man, we've got the weapons. We are unstoppable.
Yep.
We are unstoppable." Now I've got to revisit with Cam to remind him of what he said, because I'm not sure whether he totally, completely, in watching his performance yesterday, I'm not sure whether he totally, completely has a grip of who he is and what he's capable of doing. Cam is a playmaker, no question about it. I've seen him do what very few other people can do on the field. But that doesn't help us for right now. We've lost some games that we should have been close to, and that one yesterday particularly. But I don't want to put a timeline on it. I just think we're a better team than our record reflects. And as soon as we can get, to hitting on all these cylinders, man.
Yeah.
We'll have the league's respect that we're a good team.
Mr. Newton, we're very grateful for your time here
We
today.
really are.
Really wish
Appreciate
you
it.
a lot of success with this foundation. This is really wonderful what you're doing in the community.
Yes, sir.
And encourage everybody to get involved. cnf@cam1newton.com. Best of luck to you. We hope to see you
Yeah.
again soon.
Thanks a lot, guys.
And we'd
I'll
like-
stay tuned in.
We'd like to see you. You bring the kid in here.
Hey,
sometimes.
that's right, Don.
You
Yeah.
guys gonna come with me.
Yeah.
I can assure you,
Yeah,
guys
'cause
gonna
you-
come with me.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
QCB's coming up next. Cam gave him his beats a few months ago.
I
This
know.
is the drive.